Hi viewers, today we are going to see Salesforce Business Analyst Certification Preparation Part 9. Collaboration with the stakeholders. Most effective techniques for eliciting business needs from stakeholders. To stay informed about the project business analyst work on, they can perform various types of analysis, including enterprise analysis, strategy analysis, and stakeholders analysis. Business analysts lead the requirement gathering process of the project. Requirement eliciting identifies the business needs and expectations stakeholders would like to accomplish with the project. Business analyst can rely on a variety of elicitations methods, including brainstorming, document analysis, so focus groups, and interviews. Through all of these methods, BAs gain a better understanding of the objectives the project should deliver. Additional requirement gathering methods include observation, process methoding, prototyping, requirement workshop, and survey questionnaires. um, Types of business analyst. Enterprise analyst lays out the organization structure. It describes everyone's roles and responsibilities. Strategy analysis identify the current state and the steps needs to achieve a desired further state. Stakeholders analysts identify individuals who make project related decisions. Project owners, managers, development teams, customers, suppliers, and regulators can consider project stakeholders. Requirement elicitation method. Requirement elicitation. This process identify project objectives and deliverables. Document analysis. During document analysis, a business analyst review the existing document to understand the as and state of the organization. Focus group. Focus group are collaborative discussion led by a facilitator to gather opinion from participants. Interviews. During interviews, business analysts ask questions and document answer to obtain the relevant information. Observation. Observation allows business analysts to see how user utilize a product or service in live situation. Brainstorming. Brainstorming session encourage participants to collaborate to generate new ideas. Process modeling. With process modeling, business analysts map business process to create an end-to-end overview of the flow. Prototyping. Prototyping involves creating prototypes of the product to demonstrate its design and how it works. Requirement workshop. Requirement workshops are meetings for a group of stakeholders to discuss and prioritize project requirement. Surveys, questionnaires. Business analysts share surveys and questionnaires with the project stakeholders to collect their replies and analyze them. Analysis. To understand and organize the project, business analysts perform various types of analysis. Enterprise analyst lays out the organization structure. It describes everyone's roles and responsibilities. It includes the organization hierarchy that a business analyst can rely on to know with whom to collaborate on a given aspect of the project. Strategy analysis uncover the business needs and objectives of a project. It is a gap analysis that tries to identify the current state and the state needs needed to achieve a desired future states. Stakeholder analysis identify individual who make a project related decision. Stakeholders are internals and external people influencing final deliverables of the project. Requirement elicitations methods. The requirement gathering process discover the objects and deliverables of a project. With this, with the requirement elicitations, identify the needs, wants, and expectation of the stakeholders for the outcome of a project. It also take into an account project risk and address uncertainties before work start. The significance of the requirement elicitations are gathering the accurate business needs of the project, increases its chances of success and the likelihood of end user receive useful features. It also mitigates risk as teams work only on what has been agreed upon. The requirement elicitation process. Business analysts identify project stakeholders and discuss key objectives the project should accomplish. To collect useful information, BA can utilize different elicitation methods. Brainstorming is a session participant collaborate to generate ideas and find new solution to business problems. It can helps to think for creative ideas. Brainstorming session should encourage participants to think outside of the box. Quality rather than quality of ideas count for pooling a large number of new solutions. No judgment. Participants should feel safe to express their thoughts and not to criticized for them. Visual aids. Ideas represented visually are better remembered than written notes. Adapting ideas. Collaborators should be allowed to build upon the ideas of others. Focus on the topics. Brainstorming one topic at a time, minimize distraction and maximizing utilization of time. Document analysis. Business analysts review the existing document to understand the asset state of the organization and find areas of improvement that can be addressed through the project. Reviewing establishing document and business analysts review existing document to get an understanding of how the business operate and what its objectives are. Relevant document includes business plans, process flows, data model, business meetings minutes, reports, marketing materials, and more. Stage of document analysis. Business analysts gather document they consider significant for analysis. They take note, document important findings, and prepare questions for project stakeholders. The insight and recommendation arising from the analysis can be translated into project requirement. Focus group or collaborative discussions led by a facilitator that gather opinion, new ideas, and expectation from participant on the project deliverables. Moderated group discussion. The facilitator moderate the session to accomplish the goal of the focus group, which is to generate new ideas, get impression of developed future, or obtain feedback on already existing solution or product. The moderate encourages participants to express their views and actively engage in discussion with others. Pursuing the objective of the focus group to be informative for the requirement gathering stage of the project. Focus group should stay on point and include various perspectives to represent a broad spectrum of opinion. The result of the focus group assists business analysts in making relevant project recommendation and can guide their discussion with the project stakeholders. Interviews. Interview with the requirement elicitation methods relying on asking questions and documenting answer to obtain the relevant information. Immediate feedback. During interview, business analysts receive immediate feedback on questions they ask of their interviews. They can follow up on the replies to elicit even more information and gain additional insight by paying attention to non-verbal communication, establishing work relationship. Interviews present a good opportunity to build work relationship with stakeholders as they are directly engaged in the elicitation stage of the project. Observation. Observation allows business analysts to see how user utilize the products or service in live situation. First-hand account, observing the way individual use product or service or interact with the future gives a first-hand account of how they perform a given activity. Business analyst can learn the steps that must be taken by end user to accomplish their goal. See what changes they face along the way and what gaps could be closed with the improvement. Passive or active observation. Business analyst can passively observe what people are doing without distracting them to document the process and finding areas of improvement. Active observation can involve asking questions to gain a better understanding of why person does something a certain way. Process modeling. With the process modeling, business analysts map business process to create an end-to-end overview of the flow. Visual representation of business process. Process modeling is for gathering all steps necessary to complete a given business process and showing relationship and dependencies between those steps. Visibility into the enterprise process. Having an understanding of business workflow gives the team transparency into the current business process from the beginning to the end. It allows the team to review the gaps and issue in the asset state that can be translated into enhancement for the future. Prototyping. Prototyping involves creating prototypes of a future or product to demonstrate its design and show how it's work. Visual presentation of a product. Prototype visually represent the way a product or a feature works and can be simple like a drawing on a paper or complex such as an interactive mock-up with the realistic design. Benefits of prototyping. Prototype are not final and are intended to elicit opinion and new ideas that can be incorporated into the project deliverables. Prototype provides early feedback on what is built so that stakeholders can make informed decision before extra cost are incurred in delivering the real solution. Requirement workshop or facilitated meetings for a group of project stakeholders to discuss, develop, and prioritize requirement together, agreeing on the project scope. During requirement workshop, project stakeholders discuss the project objectives to reach an agreement on what deliverables must be delivered. Business analysts gather ideas discussed during the session and document them to complete an outline of the scope. Staying focused on the session goal. Requirement workshop allow receiving input from a fairly large audience in a short period of time. But meeting involving too many collaborators can be distracting and not reach their goals. Business analysts share survey and questionnaires with the project stakeholders to collect their replies and analyze them. Large pool of ideas. Questionnaires and surveys can gather response from a large pool of stakeholders involved in the project. Stakeholders may give more accurate answer than during interviews of or focus group if they can express their thoughts anonymously. Open or closed-ended question. Survey and questionnaires can include open-ended questions that give the respondent the option to provide their view response or close-ended questions with a set of predefined answers. Analyzing the answer to open-ended questions can be a tedious task, but more accurate replies will be collected. Requirements and solutions. Um, we can see some scenarios. Business analysts at Cosmic Solutions have several questions about how end user feel about the future enhancement they would like to develop. As the project would be costly and time consuming, they would like to ensure that the replies are honest and comprehensive, and that end user do not feel peer pressure to relate a certain way. What elicitation method could business analysts utilize in this scenario? The solution is business analysts can send open-ended survey or questionnaires to a large pool of end user and make them anonymous. End user would have a chance to answer questions more freely since they would not be heard by other individuals. Open-ended questions provide the space to relate thoughtfully, um, though they may be more complex to go through. They represent end user opinion more accurately. Cosmic Solution would like to implement a new process for its salespeople to ease the burden of doing repetitive tasks they must perform currently. Business analysts gathered the requirement for how the process should look once it is completed, but they failed to properly understand the assess state. Which elicitation method could be useful in understanding the process that need to be improved with the project? Business analysts could engage in active observation of the way salespeople currently perform their task. Active observation would allow them to ask questions to receive a detailed overview of the current process, including all steps to be taken to accomplish salespeople task. It would also allow business analysts to pinpoint the moment causing the biggest challenge for salespeople and identify where improvement could be made. The third scenario is the business analyst at Cosmic Advisory invited the company's customer service representative to a focus group to discuss the way their service cloud account is currently set up and the ways in which it could be improved. Through the focus group was facilitated by a moderator. Participants went off a topic and discussed other issue they face in their daily work. After the meeting, business analysts realized the most topic were not covered and they could not draw any conclusion from the session. What could be done differently next time to ensure that the focus group fulfill their goal? Business analyst can instruct the moderator of the focus group to stay on point on one topic during the session. They can prepare a scenario for the discussion beforehand and try to ensure that the moderate lead the conversation in such a way that it obtain the answer to the moderate question while allowing participate to engage in discussion with others. Um, the fourth scenario is several team at Cosmic Solution Consultant requirement a new feature to be added to their Salesforce CRM. Business analysts try to document all those requirements but are worried that important point were lost in the process. They are also afraid that some enhancement might not be possible to add if others will be implemented as well. Which elicitation method could business analysts use to control the request coming from different team to prioritize the must have that the team should achieve? The solution is business analyst at Cosmic Consultant could organize a requirement workshop and invite a representative of all team to participate. During the session, business analyst would gather the request from each team, try to reach an agreement on which deliverables must be accomplished and prioritize the task that should be accomplished by the team. The fifth scenario is a business analyst at Cosmic Discovery identify two key project stakeholders who are most knowledgeable about the business need the project must accomplish. What elicitation method could a business analyst utilize to comprehensively document project requirement with the help of two stakeholders? The solution is business analyst can interview the two key stakeholders to ask relevant questions and record their replies for immediate feedback. As the two stakeholders are most knowledgeable about the project objective and deliverables, business analysts would be able to gain additional insight when following up on some of the questions. During interview, BAs can forge strong work relationship with the stakeholders for the next process of the project. They can also pay attention to nonverbal communication. These are all the additional resource you can all get on. Thank you for the focus on force for some resource. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you next video. Thank you.